play in them and pretend they're real is amazing. Yeah, thank you.
I know this is going to go one-sided, but who do you think's faster, the Flash or Quicksilver?
Says the guy dressed as the Flash. Quicksilver, yeah.
Thank you.
Hi, I was wondering, how accurate do you think your portrayal of Quicksilver was compared to the comics?
Pretty inaccurate. Farthest thing for the actual thing. No, I mean, there were some great comics that I read of Quicksilver that I liked. I always refer to this one where he's talking to his therapist, and, it's the one where he's got the blue and the silver lightning bolt, was talking about his wife, and it goes to the cabin. There's this whole storyline that I can't even get into, but he talks to his therapist, and he's like, it's kind of like I'm at the ATM, and the person in front of me doesn't know how to use the machine. So he's kind of always this very impatient guy. And in the comic books, he is a little cocky, so I kind of tried to throw that in there. But then when I saw the wardrobe, I was like, okay, all right. This is nothing like the comic books. But it's fun. It's a fun character.
So when are you going to wear that skin type blue outfit?
Oh, I hope soon. Oh, yeah. Yeah, baby.
Next one.
Well, thank you, you're wonderful.
Oh, thank you.
Hi. It's a little tall. So I know I was in Dennis's panel just before this, and he was talking about how you guys really don't have much backstory on your characters before you get them.
Yeah.
So I was wondering, did you come up with a backstory for March? And if you did, give us a little taste of what it was.
I did, yeah. March was pretty fascinating. There was a great monologue that was written for him when he's talking to the guy that he's about to smash over the head with a hammer. And he's talking about his dad, and his father was the meanest son of a bitch you've ever seen. And he I kind of sort of based all of his problems off of that. Yeah, his father was a very religious man, so he would give him religious beatings. And there's a scene where this is terrible, I'm naked, cutting a girl up with razor blades and having sex with her while she's strapped to a table. Hey, Dad. Yeah, but I talked to makeup, and I liked the idea of Mr. March being like a shark who had scars. It's kind of scary. You see those sharks in the water hose, battle scars from fights or fishing hooks or whatever. And I had the idea of his father beating him on his back, and I don't know if you can see it even in the show, unfortunately, but makeup did an amazing job and put these scars on my back. That sort of always drove him to beat down God and sort of become more powerful than God. It gave him the idea of the Ten Commandments, et cetera, et cetera. So it was a great motivation behind what he was doing to try to get those murders done and to get John to do all that horrible stuff. And made me sympathize with Mr. March a little bit.
I haven't.
So it was helpful.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So do you think your family is proud of your creativity or a little afraid of your creativity?
I don't know, what do you guys think? Proud. Thanks, Dad. Happy Father's Day.
Hello. So I was watching X-Men and I noticed that, when you're running around really fast and all that, you can see your face getting kind of whipped in the wind a lot. And I was thinking that's gotta not be good for your skin. So do you have any recommendations on skincare products?
Suave face wash works quite well. It's very gentle. All right, great question. Hello.
I was wondering, from your experience, what would you say is the most important quality for a director to have to be successful?
For a director to have?
Yes.
Patience and strength and confidence. You have to be a born leader, essentially, and be able to communicate well with a lot of different people and make decisions really well. I think it's a decision-based job, and I think you have to be really good at doing that. Being indecisive not gonna do anybody any favors, because everybody goes to you to make decisions.
That sounds crazy.
That's why Ryan Murphy is such a great director, because he's very confident and very decisive. He likes something or he doesn't like it, and he knows immediately. So that's a great quality to have.
Thank you.
You bet.
So for X-Men, when you're in your like speed mode or whatever, how does the cameraman or whoever it is who like adjusts the film,
Yeah.
how do they get that? Like with you touching their faces and just like.
Yeah, that's a great question. It's a lot of CGI, but it is a lot of a guy standing there, frozen, and then I walk up to him and move him or poke his cheek like that. But they record it with this phantom camera, which is this super high-speed camera, and it has to be lit like this, so everything's incredibly bright. And it just shoots at, I don't know the frame rate, it's something like thousands of frames per second. So they're able to slow it down so it almost stops. They did some amazing tests where they were like smashing watermelons and all sorts of amazing things just to see it in slow motion. I wonder if there's anything online. Maybe Google phantom camera in slow-mo, because you'll see that it's pretty incredible. And then Rising Sun, who does all the visual effects behind it, basically paints in everything and makes it look all the more amazing with the ripples, raindrops, the soup. It's all CGI. It's amazing what they can do now.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hey, Mr. Peters, how you doing?
Who?
Let's see. Okay, now I know what I'm going to ask. Aside from Quicksilver, what would you say your favorite character in the X-Men universe is?
I would say Iron Man.
Or the Marvel universe?
Yeah, I like Iron Man. I think he's pretty hilarious. Is that a bad answer?
That was a very good answer.
All right, thanks.
Thank you very much. And Rush rules.
Yeah, Rush. Tom Sawyer.
Hi, let me just say I love you. You're like my favorite actor.
Thank you.
And I was wondering, what advice would you have for someone who would like want to become an actor or actress?
I just started an acting class. I started there, and a photographer saw me and put me on tape for a manager, and it sort of all took off from there. And it can't hurt to get into an acting class and just sort of start learning and figuring out what works for you and what doesn't. And I would definitely start there and stay in an acting class as well. I think that's important too.
Thank you.
Hello. Thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me.
All right. Well, I just wanted to know, are there any X-Men stories from the comics or elsewhere that you would really like to see made into movies?
Oh boy. I would like to see Quicksilver connect with his father and sort of, yeah, baby, yeah, and like kind of turn a little bad, get on the side of Magneto and be his little minion, I think that would be amazing, like the originals, with the green suit and everything.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
And speaking of villains, Apocalypse is
We're in here now.
Amazing.
My question is, if you actually had your Quicksilver powers,
What's that?
if you had your Quicksilver powers in real life, what would be the most useless way that you would use them?
Oh boy. I don't know, man. I'd probably go around taking everybody's toothbrush while they were brushing their teeth. And put it in their butt.
What?
looked like an answer to Evil for Apocalypse. It's like slowly walking away from the microphone.
So, a big part of Quicksilver's scenes in the movies is the music that's playing while he's running around in the scene.
Yeah.
So, what other music do you think is on Quicksilver's playlist?
Oh man, Aha, Take on Me.
Yeah.
Love that one. Maybe some Led Zeppelin. Whole lot of loving. And maybe a little Nirvana. Put a little Nirvana on there. If there's a 90s one, it's gotta be some Nirvana, right? Yeah. Polly wants a cracker.
Hi. Would Quicksilver ever tell Magneto that he's the sun?
I would hope so. I mean, it felt, oh man. I really wanted to tell him, and then at the end I was like,
Yeah, that
work.
really bothered me.
Yeah, right? It's like, man. But, hopefully there'll be another movie, and hopefully he can tell him, I think he has to. I think at some point he has to. Because, I don't know. It just seems unfulfilling if he doesn't. Yeah. And I'd really like to see that relationship turn into something. I don't know. Could be pretty cool.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's what I was gonna ask, but I'll go ahead
no.
and ask, was there any thought to introduce Scarlet Witch?
No, I mean, honestly, I thought the little girl in my lap was Scarlet Witch.
Yeah.
I don't know, she died? I don't know where she She's gone now, so I don't know where she went. But yeah, I don't know, maybe. Yeah, thank you.
Hi.
Hello?
So I know there's no special request or anything, but my friend didn't get to make it here and she loves you. So I was wondering if you could say hi to her. Her name is Callie.
Oh, hey, Callie. I'm sorry you couldn't be here. That sucks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, Evan. Hi, my question's about Quicksilver. How do you think Peter would have reacted if he knew about Magda and Nina?
No idea. If he knew about Magda and Nina?
Yeah.
I don't even know who that is.
Magneto's wife and daughter?
Okay, all right. Definitely wasn't her name in the movie. How do I think he would have reacted if he knew that? If he knew that they existed?
Yes.
The children.
The children.
The children. Well, hopefully, at least child support. You gotta do your due diligence, man. Come on. But no, I don't know. I mean, yeah, again, hopefully something. He doesn't seem like the kind of guy who would just run away. I mean, he had a family in Apocalypse for a while.
Thanks for bringing that up.
Sorry.
First of all, hi. I'm a huge fan of you as playing in AHS and as Quicksilver.
Thanks, man.
So I was going to ask, between Tate and March, which one do you think had a more of a messed up kind of story? Because Tate has a lot of psychiatric problems and is dead, for one. And then March is basically a psychopath that has sick humor, so...
They're very similar in
Yeah.
that way, I guess. I think March definitely had more kills. I think March was a little more, had the murderous gene in him. I think Tate was just kind of driven to do something horrible. I don't know, that's a tough question.
Alright, thank you.
Thank you.
Hi,
Hello?
I absolutely love you, you're awesome.
Thank you.
Love you too.
All you have to do is say I love you.
Aww.
Every time.
I love Quicksilver as a character and in the comic books and everything, and your characters in American Horror Story. And someone else said something about Deadpool and Quicksilver, and I love Ryan Reynolds too, so I think that would be
Who doesn't?
perfect. You played Quicksilver really well,
Thank
by
you.
the way.
Thank you.
And they portrayed him very differently than in the comic books, but that was great still.
Thank you.
What was the question?
I feel you.
Also, you said the Quicksilver is faster than the Flash. I
Yes.
disagree.
Oh, really? Thanks a lot. Thank you. You rock, by the way. What's your name?
Celia.
Celia.
I met you earlier.
Yeah.
My favorite scene by you too is I just gotta get this all off my chest.
Let it out, girl.
My favorite scene by you is in the X-Men Apocalypse when they like had like slow motion kind of and slowed everything down, and you saved everybody except like my favorite character, Havoc.
That was an honest mistake. He was already consumed by the blast.
Yeah, I watched it like a few times and I realized that.
Yeah.
When she said she was putting it all out there, she meant it. Everything she agrees with and everything she disagrees with, you will listen to right now.
Don't hold back. Keep going. I'm ready. Hurts a little, but I'm ready.
You're awesome. So I just wanted to make sure you know that too.
Thank you.
Also, I wish that you told Magneto that you're his son in the fighting scene.
I know. I'm sorry.
I think he would have stopped.
I tried.
And would have been like, "Oh, you're my son. I'm gonna stop and like be with you now," because I realized I have something to live for.
Yeah, I think the reason why he didn't is because what if he didn't? What if he said, "Hey, I'm your son," and he's like, "I don't care." I think that's ultimately why he didn't do it. That would have been a real bummer for old Cookie.
My question.
He has a question.
You rock.
My question was like, what is your favorite character like that you played throughout your career and why?
Mr. March, hands down. He's just the craziest, funniest, angriest. I love the 1930s, so it was just so fun to play that character. I loved him.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, round of applause.
Hello.
Hello.
So I really love the way you play Quicksilver.
Thanks, dude.
And everyone basically stole my question. So the new question is, what is your favorite thing about being Quicksilver?
Oh man, that's a good question. I guess I like his cheekiness, his sense of humor, the kind of like punk rock, like stealing things. He's faster than everybody. I mean, he's the fastest kid at the playground, and that guy has a little bit of an attitude, you know. And that's fun to play because I'm incredibly slow. I got like a 13-minute mile. It's pathetic. So it's fun to play that and kind of live it up, and, you know, mess with people while they're frozen. That's amazing. Yeah, thank you. Thanks, man.
Can you marry my sister?
Sure. What's her name? All right. All right, Kate. Let's do it. What time is it? It's 5:30-ish. 6:30. Back there. We got a preacher here? Yeah? There? All right, perfect. Here we go. Pull the trigger.
Congratulations, by the way.
Hi, Evan. My question is, with the two versions of Quicksilver that came out the last couple of years, yours and Aaron's, what do you think would happen if you placed them in a room? Like, what would they talk about? What do you think would happen?
Nice hair, bro. Really nice hair. Nice hair with you. Nice tights. Nice tights, bro. Alright, fine. You got a little lightning bolt there. That's cool. Alright, see you later. Probably that way. Probably go like that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, Evan.
Hey, man.
So what would happen if Deadpool and Quicksilver were to troll each other? How would they troll each other?
Troll each other?
Yes.
What does that mean? What is that? Talking crap?
Yeah, pretty much.
Prank or purposely work up, you know, like
Work
a
up?
negative way.
Oh my god, I don't even know. Nice face. Probably where it started. That's all I got.
Thanks. Hi, I thought Never Back Down was one of your best movies that you were in, even though you didn't have that many.
Yes!
Awesome movie.
Thanks, dude.
And I also want to know what it was like working with Steve Carell and the rest of that cast, because I think that's one of the best casts.
Yeah, dude, they were hilarious and actually incredibly nice and so welcoming because I was a big fan of the show and I came on, I was a little freaked out. They're like, hey man, it's happy everything's cool, it's great, you know, it's gonna be great, like, welcome to the show, congratulations, this will be awesome. So that was really amazing, and then working with Steve was hilarious, because he's hilarious. And then before he spanked me, he was that's a weird sentence.
That episode was epic.
Thanks, dude. Yeah, before he spanked me, he asked me, he goes, I'm really gonna go for it. I said, okay, man, go for it. I got a big butt. I'm gonna go for it.
Thank you so much, man.
Okay, hi.
Hi.
I was just wondering, is there any character from American Horror Story that you can relate to as yourself, I guess?
Hard no. That is a hard no. No, not really. Maybe Kyle Spencer in the beginning, before he turned into Franken Kyle. That's about the only one.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, so in X-Men you seemed pretty fast, so I was wondering how fast are you in real life? Like,
Slow.
how fast could you run 100 meters?
I don't even know how far that is. I've never run a 100-meter dash in my life. No, I can run about a 13-minute mile. Very slow.
I got 12:28, so.
Yeah, all right. We can like run and talk together.
Well, dude, I got mine in
Hello.
9-7.
What was your reaction when you
Heist.
first read the American Horror Story script? Like,
Oh man, I was it's pretty weirded out. A lot of ghosts, a lot of supernatural stuff happening, and I didn't know if people would like that. I didn't know if people would be into that. And I didn't know also what the tone was going to be. Because in the pilot, the first draft I read, you find out that Tate is dead that episode. So I was like, oh wow, that's really coming at it. And I didn't know how they wanted me to play it. Like if they wanted me to be all spooky or what. But then they ended up spanning it out. 4 or 5 episodes. And that was really smart, really cool, because it was a great reveal. Yeah, I was pretty, again, weirded out by the tone and all the dark stuff that was happening in it. Yeah.
thank you.
Hi.
Hello.
So it's a little one-sided, but DC or Marvel?
I don't know. Right in the middle there, I got ya. I like Batman. I like Batman.
Which
but I also
one?
like Iron Man. Nobody here likes Iron Man. It's really weird. Okay. All right, guys.
On that note, unfortunately, we're out of time.
Love you too, man.
Aww.
Just want you.
Thank you. Sacramento, let's thank him sincerely for our time. Happy Peters, everyone!
Oh,